Folks, I've got to tell you, what we're seeing unfold right now is nothing short of biblical. We're living in times that the prophets of old spoke about, and it's happening right before our eyes. America, once a shining city on a hill, now stands at a crossroads. And at the center of it all, Donald Trump. Love him or hate him, you can't deny that his presidency has shaken the very foundations of our nation. But is it all part of a greater plan? Are we witnessing the fall of Babylon? Let me ask you something. Have you ever stopped to consider that maybe, just maybe, America is the Babylon spoken of in Revelation? Think about it. A powerful empire, drunk on its own success, influencing the entire world. Sound familiar? It should, because that's us, folks. We've become a nation that's turned its back on God, embracing every kind of sin and depravity imaginable. And let me tell you, the radical left is loving every minute of it. They're tearing down our values, our history, our very identity as a nation under God. But here's the kicker. What if all of this is exactly what was prophesied thousands of years ago? Are we living in the final days of the American empire? Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Donald Trump. Some say he's a modern-day Cyrus, chosen by God to protect America and Israel. Others claim he's the very embodiment of everything wrong with our nation. But what if, and stay with me here, what if he's both? What if Trump is the instrument God is using to bring about the final act in America's story? Think about it. His presidency has exposed the deep-seated corruption in our government, the bias in our media, and the moral rot in our culture. He's a wrecking ball, sure, but maybe that's exactly what God intended. To shake us awake, God intended. To shake us awake, to force us to confront the truth about who we become as a nation. Is Trump the last leader before America's fall? Folks, we need to wake up and pay attention to what's happening. During Trump's term, he moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. Do you understand the significance of that? It's a fulfillment of biblical prophecy right before our eyes. He strengthened our ties with Israel, challenged the globalist agenda, and rallied Christians like no president in recent memory. But here's the thing. Could these actions, while seemingly positive, be setting the stage for America's downfall? The Bible tells us that in the last days, Israel will stand alone. Could Trump's unwavering support for Israel be isolating America on the world stage, just as prophecy foretold? Are we watching the pieces fall into place for the end times? Now, I want you to really listen to this, because it's important. Revelation 18 talks about Babylon's sudden fall. It says, "In 1 hour her judgment will come." 1 hour, folks. That's not a slow decline, that's a collapse. And let me tell you something, the signs are all around us. Our national debt is spiraling out of control, our morals are in the gutter, and we're more divided than ever. The radical left is pushing policies that go against everything this nation was founded on. They're attacking our God-given rights, indoctrinating our children, and dismantling the very fabric of our society. And all the while, the rest of the world is watching, waiting for the moment when the mighty America finally falls. Are we on the brink of God's judgment? The Bible gives us a clear picture of what Babylon's fall will look like. Revelation tells us that the merchants of the earth will weep and mourn over her. Why? Because no one buys their cargo anymore. Folks, no one buys their cargo anymore. What would happen to the global economy if America suddenly collapsed? It would be catastrophic. And it says that kings and maritime workers will stand far off, watching the smoke of her burning. Now, in our modern world, what could cause that kind of devastation? I'll tell you what, nuclear war. Is it so hard to imagine, with tensions rising around the world, that America could find itself the target of such an attack? Are we seeing the final pieces of prophecy falling into place? So what do we do with all this information? I'll tell you what we do. We watch, we pray, and we prepare. Jesus himself told us, when you see these things begin to come to pass, look up, for your redemption draws near. We're not called to fear, folks. We're called to be ready. It's time to stand up for our God-given rights, to push back against the radical left, and to turn back to the values that made this nation great. Listen, whether you believe Trump is God's chosen vessel or a sign of the end times, one thing is clear. We are living in prophetic times. This isn't about politics anymore. It's about eternity. So I'm asking you? No. I'm begging you. Wake up, America. The writing is on the wall. The question is, will you heed the warning before it's too late? Are you ready for what's coming?